Hey, welcome to Social Dragonfly Tarot. My name is Eddie. If you don't know already, today I'm going to do something a little different, okay? So this is going to be information and channeled messages that I'm going to share with you guys from an automatic writing session that I did this morning, okay? Apparently, I'm an automatic writer. I never really knew that I could do this, but this is kind of what it looks like. All right, it's just a bunch of scribbles, and then the words that I wrote on there after the fact. I basically got those messages from the meditation and from seeing things in the meditation, but also it's a combination of that. And then also what I got from the scribbling that I was doing. Okay. And so basically this is what I'm just going to tell you guys everything I got. Okay. I had to organize the notes because it was like, obviously like this, it was really, really crazy. Okay. So the first thing I got was I saw an upward spiral. Okay. And I'm just going to get into this. I'm not going to do the announcements because, I'm not going to do that like I normally would any other time. I'm going to just get straight into it. But thank you guys who have been liking, commenting, subscribing, booking personal readings with me, all that. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do that by looking at the description box below. That's all I'm going to say. There's other crap in the description box if you want to look in that, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to get right into these messages because they're very, very important. So, all right, this is what I got, guys. The very first thing that I saw out of this scribbling that I did was I saw an upward spiral. Okay. They're showing me that like time is a spiral. Okay. So this is basically what's happening to you over time. So you are moving up, right? You're moving and spiraling upward in terms of your consciousness, right? You're expanding, but you can't really put it on a linear type of term, but I do see that you're spiraling upward. All right. And then I got downward draft. Okay. And I got like a scribble. Let's see if I can show this. Okay. An upward spiral and a downward draft, right? Like a little lightning bolt. Okay. All right. And then they showed me an anteater. Essentially it was, I saw an anteater. It looks like it's the thing with the long nose, right? And I didn't really know what the anteater meant at first, but basically the anteater will come to you and appear to you, and the anteater will show itself to you whenever you are in need of time alone, when you are in need of reflection, when you need to go be within. Okay, someone here needs solitude. You're in need of that. You need time alone. You are really learning to focus on that and listen to that still small voice within. I almost feel like, a lot of us in the collective, there's a lot of that busybody energy. Okay. The like hustle and bustle of the everyday life is really getting in the way of us being able to calm and quiet ourselves. A lot of us go through our lives with the TV on. Okay. If we're not watching the TV, we're just having it on for noise. At night, we fall asleep with the TV on, or if we fall asleep with videos playing on YouTube. Okay. Or even like binaural beats and stuff like that. Okay. There's like a need for whatever you have going on. There's a need right now for the collective to enjoy stillness and quiet. Okay. And actually yesterday I was led to pull out I have these little prayer cards. They have Bible verses on them. I'm not a Christian, but I don't like necessarily call myself a Christian, but I do still study the Bible. Okay. I like to study, like I read the Urantia and like all other stuff too. Okay. But anyway, I was led to pull out this little prayer card. And it says, "Be still and know that I am God." Right? Psalm 46:10. So when they showed me the anteater, that was something that the anteater enjoys solitude. The anteater appears whenever you need solitude. Okay. And then I just kind of, I was reminded of Psalm 46:10, right? Be still and know that I am God. So there is a need for you and the collective as a whole to be able to be still and just sit. Okay. And learn to listen to that little teeny tiny voice that is the intuition. Because I feel like there's so many of us that are like, we walk around saying like, yeah, I'm an intuitive being, I'm very intuitive, or I'm psychic, or I'm whatever. And it's like all too often we forget that to have that and to still be connected to that voice, right? The Bible says that, you know, the voice of God, right? Or whatever you believe in, right? Your higher self, it's a still small voice. So you need to be in that stillness to be able to hear it. Okay. So, like I said, they showed me an anteater. All right. So, the nose of an anteater, it sniffs out food and it kind of gets to the bottom of like ant mounds and stuff like that. And it sniffs out those bugs. It can eat up to 30,000 bugs at the end of one day. That's a lot. Okay. But he kind of takes his time, the anteater does, and it gets into the bottom of, you know, the bug mounds and gets to the bottom of wherever these bugs are and sniffs it out. Okay. So to get to the bottom of what's bugging you, if you've been crabby, if you've been overly exhausted or tired, if you've been feeling some type of way, right? If you've been feeling off, you need to get to the bottom of what's bugging you. You need to stop being a busybody. Okay. You need stillness. Turn off the TV, turn off the music. You don't have to have music. I mean, there's nothing wrong with music, but I'm just saying, like, you need quiet. Like, sometimes you just need the silence. Now, some people can't handle that. You know what I mean? Some people just cannot fucking handle silence, but there's a need for that. Like, are you being a busybody? Are you doing too much? Are you going too hard? Do you give yourself that time alone? Have you given yourself that solitude recently? Because I feel like there's many of us that need it. Okay. The Mayans and the Aztecs also see the anteater as a symbol of divine justice. Okay. And I feel as though there's a lot that is not coming in for many of us here because of the simple fact that we're not allowing ourselves to have that stillness. We're not allowing ourselves to go within and have that introspection, that self-reflection, right? We're focusing so much on the outer world. We're focusing on, which our outer world is just, you know, a projected reality of what's inside. So we're focusing too much on the outside, thinking that we can change the outside of our world by focusing more on the outside. It's actually the opposite of what is true. Okay. So you know, if you're wanting divine justice for whatever was wronged, however you've been wronged, or if you're needing something to change, right? You cannot just push through with more hard work. Like, you know, it's there's someone here. I know I'm speaking to somebody. Let me know in the comments. Okay. There is someone here who just needs that time, just needs some time to be still, to just be, right? To just be. That's what you need. Okay. Then they showed me a blue flame. Okay. They showed me a blue flame, a beautiful blue flame that was dancing. Okay. And this was something that I got clairvoyantly. Although I did get a lot, pretty much almost all of this from the automatic writing. Okay. So they showed me a blue flame. So I don't know if you know or anything scientifically on a physical level, a yellow or an orange flame that indicates the presence of unburned carbon. Right? That's just how it works, you know, physically. Blue flames are indicative of a complete burning of the carbon. So all the carbon was burned up when there's a blue flame. Okay. So basically, when all the carbon compounds are burned, there's no particulate matter for the flame to illuminate. So this is basically relating back to the anteater, because the anteater, right, is about needing time alone, introspection. If you think of the tarot card, the Hermit, he is holding the lantern, right? He illuminates. He shines a light on. He goes within and shines a light on the inside. Okay? So the blue flame, right? The blue flame, I'm going to read this again. Blue flames indicate a complete burning of carbon. When all the carbon compounds are burned, there's no particulate matter for the flame to illuminate. So there's nothing left. Whenever this blue flame is a gift, it's a gift of you stepping back into your power, right? So there's nothing left to be illuminated, because once you go within, once you allow this stillness, right, and you allow the spirit animal of the anteater to draw you into that place of you know, being alone, right, and solitude, and you allow that solitude, you surrender to that solitude, there's not going to be anything else. There will be nothing else that needs to be illuminated to you, because all will be illuminated to you. I feel like there are many of us who are walking around thinking that we're illumined, okay, right? Thinking that we're illumined, and we're really not. We're really not. We might know some of what's going on. We might be aware of some, right? We might be lit up or illumined a little bit. But I feel like there is some potential that you have yet to tap into within yourself. And the reason why is because you have not submitted to stillness. You have not allowed yourself to submit to solitude. And that is what is needed right now. That is why and this message is coming up during Mercury retrograde. This is timeless. However, this message is coming up during Mercury retrograde. And I'm not like an astrology expert or anything, but I've listened to several astrology updates and things like that. Like I like Water Baby Tarot. She's really good. She explains a lot in depth and in detail in a way that you can understand astrology, right? So she's basically explained how, we all know retrogrades is particularly Mercury is like a time for like reviewing. All retrogrades are a time for review and reevaluation. But particularly we think of the Hermit card, right? The Hermit card is Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, right? So we are in Mercury retrograde right now, and it's a time to basically the energies right now with astrology. The whole reason why I brought up Water Baby Tarot is because the astrology of this week particularly might make you feel like she said you almost might think you're going to getting sick or something. Like you need to like just allow your body to rest, allow yourself to rest. Like now is not the week to just be like, oh, I'm just going to push through and like work, right? So this blue flame, there's nothing left. The flame turns blue on a physical level, interesting. On a physical level, when there is no particulate matter, right? There's no more matter for the flame to illuminate. Okay. So without stillness, you're not reaching your full illumined potential. Okay. Also, the blue flame burns much, much hotter than the yellow or orange flame. Okay. And that's what I've always been told, that the blue flame is the hottest part of the fire. Okay. So of spiritual significance, right? The blue flame is especially in terms of like candle magic and stuff like that, is a powerful means of protection, right? It wards off pain. It wards off disease. It wards off misfortune and envy, particularly, and other issues. I feel as though there's going to be many of us who are put in this hermit mode here, and who are, we're going to become aware. The light will be shined. That's what the hermit does, right? We're going to follow the spirit animal of the anteater into this hermit mode, into solitude. And within that period of solitude, you're going to have a light shined on either what you're being protected from, what you need to protect yourself from, what maybe in the places where, like, what energies and envy and jealousy have been projected towards you, what energies of envy, jealousy, and misfortune are maybe you are drawing toward yourself, okay, or what you're projecting outward. All right. So the blue flame also represents a connection to spirit guides. Some of you are receiving upgrades, okay? See, that was actually the next thing I wanted to write was upgrades, okay? Some of you guys are receiving new spirit guides. You're having relationships with new spirit guides that are coming in that you have never met before, okay? And essentially, this is an energy of raw power that is being bestowed upon you, but you cannot access it until you go within. That is the spirit animal of the anteater that is leading you in to that solitude, because you have to go back to the primary source of energy. So right now, I'm getting more downloads. They're showing me the Ace of Cups. That is the primary source, right, of source energy, right? That is the heart space. The cup overflows. So now they're telling me about Psalm 23. All right. I actually say Psalm 23 every day. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a Christian, but I find value in that, right? That Psalm 23, if you don't know, is the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Like everything will be provided for you. Okay. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Be still and know that I am God. And I just kind of have this here for myself. I'm not pulling any cards today, but this is here for myself. I just saw 1444. on the timer. Be still and know that I am God, right? So this is your higher self, right? Or God's source, universal energy, spirit, drawing you to a place of stillness. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. Okay? He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right? I will fear no evil, for you are with me. You're not alone. You have new guides that are coming with you to transmute this and integrate this shadow. You're transmuting energy. Some of you are, they're showing me like, like numbers like coming in, like coming down from the heavens, like coming into your head. Okay, these are like codes, I'm guessing. Okay, light codes. They're showing me numbers coming down in from the heavens into your brain, into your head, into your body. So you're integrating this. Okay, so yea though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The rod, right, even in tarot, represents like the wand, right? The rod, that is power, right? Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. That's what that blue flame that they showed me means. It means divine will and power, strength and faith and protection. Okay, so and then I saw upgrades, right? So that kind of leads right into this. So there's some ups and downs, and this is what it looks like, by the way. This is what my channeling looks like. It just looks like a bunch of stupid ass scribbles, but I got all of this from the scribbling. Okay, and I just kind of wrote down what I was getting, and then I organized it here. So that's what this is, so that I can actually kind of put it into words for you guys, because otherwise it's a lot. It's a lot that comes in at once. Okay. So you're getting upgrades, but you have to go back to the source of where your energy truly comes from. And that's why I was seeing the Ace of Cups. Okay. And that's where this divine will or this power is coming from with the blue flame. Then I saw swings. All right. I guess I had written down the word swings. And so I saw that in the when I did the automatic writing in my scribbles, right? And like a porch swing. And swings represent ups and downs. Okay. And remember how in the very beginning, I saw the upward spiral and the downward draft. Okay. So there's going to be several changes. There's going to be ups and downs. There is a polarity here that needs to be recognized, right? And I feel like the biggest part of it, right, with the anteater spirit animal that came through is that we must, as a collective, recognize the need to have a balance between the hustle and bustle and being a busybody and being able to go within with solitude, right? There's that anteater energy, because I feel as though like before COVID, right, it was like frowned upon to call in sick. It's like socially accepted to work yourself silly, to have anxiety and to lose sleep, right? We've got to step away from that being a social norm. It should not be, right? So, most of the time, if you were sick, like I said before COVID, like if you were sick, it's like you were expected to come to work sick. Taking time out, a mental health day or anything like that has not been acceptable in this reality, as far as societal views goes. And I feel as though as a collective, right, we are being called into that period of stillness and rest so that we can have a balancing out of these energies. So the swings, right, it represents the ups and downs and the life path that you are on, because you are in control of it. If you're swinging, right, you are in control about how high you want to swing, right, with the back and the forth. You can kind of like stick your legs out and you can put your legs back in, and you can make yourself, if you know how, you can make yourself swing higher, right? So you're in control of that. So the swing also represents, like I said, the polarities and the dualities. It represents lucks and misfortunes. It represents opposites. It represents the choices that you have. That's kind of a dichotomous energy. The choices that you have as far as what path you are going to take in this life. Then I saw the word approval, right? I had scribbled. I didn't even mean to write it, but like this automatic writing is a little new to me. But I got the word approval, and they said, stop, just fucking stop seeking approval. And that's the reason why we don't have the stillness, because in this world, we are basically encouraged to not be still. It's not cool to just sit and do nothing. Like that's considered boring, right? So this stillness that we are being encouraged to step into. Okay. It goes against everything. Like whatever you're being led to do, it doesn't fucking matter if it makes you look weird. Don't let your ego, right, talk you out of what you know is intuitively right for you. This is the polarity. This is the difference between ego and intuition. This is the difference between doing what you are being guided and led to do, right? Because you're getting a beautiful gift with that blue flame that I saw that represents power and new spirit guides. So it's like you have the choice to go ahead and do what you think others want you to do and seek approval, or you have the choice to step into this stillness and receive the clarity and the upgrades and the renewal that you know is right for you. Okay. Yeah. If you have sick days, so many people save up sick days, they don't even fucking take them. Then the universe, if you don't choose what's right for you, sometimes the universe will kind of force you to and sit that ass down, you know. And they will kind of make something happen, like either an emergency or you'll get sick or something weird where you have to sit the fuck down. And that's kind of what's happening with a lot of us, right? Or you'll get in a car wreck, or right, that'll slow your ass down if you haven't slowed down. Okay. Then I saw the numbers 6802, and that actually breaks down to a 7, right? Yeah, because 8 and 6 is 14, 15, 16, and then 1 plus 6 is 7. So 7 is always related to spirituality. It's related to your spiritual path, right? Your intuition. It's related to your personal magic. And I'm actually going to go ahead and look at for like angel numbers and stuff like that. I always look at Joanne's Sacred Scribes. And so number 7 resonates with the vibrations and the energies of the collective consciousness. Okay, this is where I'm getting this from, Joanne's Sacred Scribes. It's actually a blog. She's the best with angel numbers. So it represents faith and spirituality. It represents spiritual awakening and awareness. And that is exactly what you get when you be still. You become aware. Okay. It represents spiritual enlightenment, spiritual acceptance and development, mysticism, intuition, and inner knowing, inner wisdom, psychic abilities, the esoteric, our inner selves, deep contemplation, introspection. That is exactly what we were getting with the anteater spirit animal. Okay, religion, thoughtfulness, understanding of others, natural healer and healing abilities, secrets, mysteries, myth, rituals, peace, poise, emotions, and feelings, your inner strength, your endurance and perseverance, which will be restored, right? If you go within and have this stillness, persistence of purpose, the ability to bear hardships, right? Quick wit, the loner, the solitary, isolation, long-sighted, the nonconformist. This is exactly the energy that I was just saying. Because, okay, anteaters are known to be loners, right? And that's the spirit animal that came forward. Some of you guys like drop a comment if that is your spirit animal. Okay, but this is definitely a spirit animal that's wanting to guide the collective, right? Being a loner, right? Having solitude, right? Being in isolation, right? Being a nonconformist. Stop seeking approval. I got the word approval, right? This is about independence and individualism, your intentions, manifesting and manifestation in time and space, good fortune, mental analysis, philosophy and the philosophical, technicality, scientific research, science, alchemy, genius, a keen mind, specializing and the specialist, the inventor, determination, the written word, okay, which that's kind of how I got this information, right? With automatic writing, that's what I'm doing here. The written word, where was I at? Yeah, specializing, specialist, the inventor, determination, the written word, logic, understanding, discernment and discerning, knowledge seeking, study, education and learning, right? Writing and the writer, evolution, stability, the ability to set limits, completion, refinement, stoicism, silence, perfection, chastity, dignity, yeah, and rigor and ahead of the time. So also, all right, silence. This is something else that they're telling me right now. Some of us are needing to know when to speak and when to shut the fuck up. There is so much fucking chatter. With Mercury being retrograde right now, now is the perfect time. Now is the perfect time to be able to understand the beauty and the value of not speaking. Okay, not speaking. So, some of you guys are like realizing that you may be kind of like talking too much. It almost seems like there's always the opposites, right? Like for me, I notice sometimes whenever I'm like in a happy-go-lucky mood and I'm like, blah, 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 and I'm talking when I'm out in public at the grocery store, whatever, and sometimes people are like, they're just not with it. Like they're not in that energy. And then whenever I'm just not, when I'm feeling like I'm not with it, like I'm not wanting to talk as much with people, it seems like more people are coming towards me and they're like, hey, how are you? And they want to be chatty Cathy's and everything. And it's like, Spirit is wanting you to, in this stillness, you're actually going to understand just when you need to speak and when you don't need to speak. I feel like you're going to be speaking less, especially with these new spirit guides or these new upgrades that you're receiving. You're going to be speaking a lot less. And what you say is going to hold bond much more. Much more. You could be a writer. You could be whatever you say. Your words are going to gain power. Remember, I saw that blue flame. Your words are going to gain more power, more strength, more umph. If you, whatever your creativity is, you're going to, with you joining with Spirit, you're going to be joining with Spirit in a new way. And it's going to gain you more. Okay. You're going to get more. Okay. So this is basically saying angel number 7 tells of a beneficial time with obstacles overcome and success is realized. This is really just you realizing how the choices that you made have gotten you to where you're at and realizing that you are on the right path, that you're on your spiritual path. But I feel like some of us have lost sight of that just because in the collective, like I said, that busybody energy where we're going and going and going in the hustle and bustle of the world, and we're not taking the time to be still. And when you get in that stillness, you're going to see, and it's going to be revealed to you just exactly how in the right place that you really are. You're on your soul mission. You are, fully serving your life mission, okay, with the work that you've been putting in. Even if you're like working at McDonald's or something, like sometimes it is in people's life soul contract in their life mission to work at fucking McDonald's. You don't compare. Don't get that approval. Don't try to go for that approval from other people. All right, so guys, then I saw a seahorse. One of the things that I had scribbled right when I was channeling, it really came out like a seahorse. And seahorses symbolize intuition. They are very unique, right? Embrace your uniqueness, okay? Just because of the seahorse's uniqueness, right? Because of their eyesight, they have a very unique eyesight. They have an ability to see the past, the present, and the future all at the same time. And that is exactly what the fuck I just said earlier. With the angel number 7, right? With Joanne Sacred Scribes, ahead of the times. You are becoming ahead of the times because of these integrates and these upgrades, these integrations, these upgrades, and these new codes, these light codes that you're receiving, these new guides that you're getting. You have ended the cycle of growth and completion with the old guides that you have. And now you're being given new guides. All right. So before you can start your work with these new guides, though, you must take the time to recuperate, recharge, and integrate the new upgrades that you have. Some of you guys are unlocking new spiritual gifts. Some of you guys are, all of a sudden, you're feeling lots of tingling, okay, down your neck, out of nowhere, like whenever you're, going throughout your day, you're noticing that like every fucking hair, it's happening right now for me, every fucking hair on your body is standing up straight. I'm talking about like even your damn eyebrows and shit. Like that's how much these chills are coming in because this is a new connection that you have. This is a power that has been bestowed upon you because of this new connection that you have with Spirit. So the seahorse is representative of beauty and uniqueness, charm and vulnerability, right? Loyalty and devotion, okay? And balance and reciprocity, right? Balance and reciprocity, which we talked about that earlier. Security, also in mysticism and intuition. So you're expanding your awareness. By the way, we're talking about uniqueness and rarity. You need to understand that you are not meant to be like everyone else. Did you know? Okay. And I hate to like go into the whole chosen thing because it's like, I don't say like everyone's a chosen one. Okay. I don't say that. But what I do say is that the chosen ones are the ones that chose themselves, because you have to choose yourself to be able to go on this path. If you choose not to, if you're a chosen one and you choose not to choose yourself and choose your own life path that your soul made a contract to fulfill, You can nullify your contract if you want to, right? You'll probably have that ass sent right back here to fucking complete it again, but you can nullify your contract if you want. But not everyone completes it. Not everyone completes it. So the reason why I'm saying that is because this is so fucking true, and you can look it up. It's a statistic. For every 1,000 seahorses that are born, only one will reach maturity. Only one. Okay. And so this is your time. This is your chance. This is the divine that is, your spirit guides are calling you, right, to be still so that you can be that one. Go within and do what you're being called to do, even if it's something that might piss your boss off, even if it's something, just one day, even 20 minutes. Okay, that's how long it took me to do this. I sat for 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying, and scribbled this shit out. And this is everything that came from 20 minutes of meditation. So, just it's something that you're being called to do because you are not like everyone else. You're not like everyone else, okay? And then I just heard literally just power, which that totally ties back into everything I've already said. This is one, okay, this one that I got, Gatsby. I've never really, y'all gotta like leave a comment if you know what I'm talking about with this, or maybe what else Spirit was trying to say with this. But I saw Gatsby written in my automatic writing here. And essentially, I just kind of took some screenshots of what I was looking at. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had to Google this one because I had no fucking idea what Gatsby means. I know I've heard of like the Great Gatsby. I didn't really know how that ties in. I think that's a movie. I don't really watch movies. Okay, I'm kind of a nerdy person. I like to watch like Lifting the Veils, like presentations, like about like other shit. So anyway. But if you guys know what this means, you can definitely tell me if this applies to you. So basically, what is the meaning of Gatsby? So I guess this is a boy's name of German origin. Okay, I guess there's a book, The Great Gatsby. I think there's a movie too. I guess whose meaning is this is I'm looking at a screenshot that I Googled Gatsby name meaning, right? Let's see. I guess there's Spark Notes. I guess that's like that talks about the book or talks about the movie. It says that Gatsby can be viewed as a deeply flawed man, dishonest and vulgar, whose extraordinary optimism and power to transform his dreams into reality make him great nonetheless. So remember how I was talking about approval? You guys have probably made some mistakes, just like I have. I'm sure if you're a fucking human being, you probably made mistakes in your life. There's going to be some people, whenever you go into this stillness, there's going to be people outside of you that are looking at you like all of a sudden, oh, I remember when you were drunk at a party and you went and, did XYZ with this guy or this girl, or I remember when you did this, this, and this in the past, and now you're calling yourself a chosen one. Now you're calling yourself a faithful one. Now you're saying that you're spiritual. Now you're trying to be all spiritual and shit. Like, that's exactly what I feel like a lot of people are going to be looking at you like. Just because you are, because you're essentially, you're taking hold of your territory. You're taking hold of your life path. You're taking what's yours. Right? Because the truth of the fact of the matter is they should have respect for you because of the wrongdoings that you had before, especially if you made them right. But even if you didn't, if especially if they had nothing to do with you, I feel like people looking at you like this, the wrongdoings that you have done maybe had nothing to fucking do with them. They're just upset because you're in your power, because you've gained your power. Now, the thing is, they should be happy with you about this, because someone who is a healer, who has these types of abilities, who meets with the divine and has this power of the blue flame bestowed upon them, they hold more power and more substance because of the pain that they experienced, because of what they learned from those decisions that they made. Okay, that gives you more power, being able to be hurt and still come back and bounce back after everything that you've been through, right? And actually integrating those lessons. Pain comes along with integration. Okay, so that's one thing that I was looking at that I noticed. That's what I got from it. Tell me what else you got from that, from Gatsby specifically, because apparently he was viewed as a deeply flawed man, dishonest and vulgar, but he had an extremely extraordinary, optimistic, and powerful aura about him, and he transformed his dreams into reality and make them great nonetheless. that's just what I'm reading. Okay, y'all just tell me what else you're getting from that, because like I said, I haven't read the book or anything. This is just what they told me. Gatsby. I don't. This is what I'm getting from it. I literally had to Google Gatsby. The rest of the stuff, I didn't really have to do too much research with, because I understood exactly what they were saying. But yeah, so also they could be online, because apparently Gatsby is like some sort of like statistic website generator. I didn't fucking know that either, but that could be it. And that could be part of you taking your territorial. So anteaters are territorial also, and they wanted me to tie back the Gatsby and land, because they also said land to me with this, and that's something that came from the little scribbles I did. They wanted me to tie this back into like anteaters. If you do research on them, you'll find that they are territorial. They do like solitude, but they are territorial. I feel like you are taking rightful ownership with these upgrades and this expanding of your awareness. You are taking rightful ownership of the inheritance. And I mean, some of you may be gaining something physically, but this is particularly referring to spiritual inheritance. And they're showing me like the 10 of Pentacles right now. Okay. So actually, some of you may be inheriting something from someone who passed on, because I did get some names, and you guys can tell me if that resonates with you. But anyway, also, this is the last thing I'll say about Gatsby. This is something from sparknotes.com, because like I said, I haven't seen the movie. I haven't read a book if there's a book or whatever. But it says, though Gatsby has always wanted to be rich, his main motivation in acquiring his fortune was his love for Daisy, whom he met as a young military officer in Louisville before leaving to fight in World War I in 1917. So essentially, this is basically being inspired by true love. But I feel like you guys are being inspired and being driven by the powerful force of source consciousness, like source, divine love, universal energies, like God, source energy. Okay. That's what this is. Okay. You're rich spiritually. You are tapping into your spiritual riches. So the 3 names that I did get 3 names out of these scribbling. Tell me if this resonates for you. I got the name Jay, Jay. I got the name Gale, Gale. And I got the name Gregory, Gregory. Okay. They showed me a brooch. This may resonate with you guys if this is like a loved one who's passed on or something, because sometimes I get messages like that. They showed me a brooch, like a pin thing for someone who is in the Air Force. Okay. It looked like one of those like metal flight things that you pin on like a military outfit. Okay. Like on an Air Force jacket or something. It looks like okay, it's like a brooch or a pin or something like that. Okay, then I got carbon copy. We talked about carbon a little bit with the blue flame. Maybe you're a lot like this ancestor. Maybe you're a lot like, Jay or Gail or Gregory. I'm not sure how that resonates with any of you. Okay, maybe you are exactly like you. Maybe the spitting image, and maybe other family members tell you that you are like this person. Okay, I also feel like, with whatever these new spiritual upgrades, if that doesn't resonate with you for the carbon copy thing, others of you, whatever you're doing, whatever the changes that are being made in you spiritually with your consciousness, there might be someone who is trying to, like those people, remember, that were projecting those negative energies at you of like, well, oh wow, now you're all of a sudden changed. Now you're all of a sudden spiritual. It's like they're trying to say you're a charlatan or like a fake or a fraud or something. The fact of the matter is, these people wish that they could be like you. They wish that they could be like you. And the thing is, they were trying to copy you and be like you, whether you know it or not before. But a carbon copy is not the original. It's not the original. Okay. You can take an original document that has like how they do those state seals and stuff on like official documents, like birth certificates and shit like that. You can make a copy in a copy machine of a fucking birth certificate. And it's going to look similar to what the actual stamp was on there, but they don't have the stamp of authenticity from the divine, from the actual. They have not been given that blue flame of power and strength. They don't have the spiritual guides working with them like you do. So if they're trying to copy you, it's going to be bunk. Like it's not going to be the same thing. And then I heard satulate. I don't even know if I'm saying this correctly. I didn't even know this word. I knew saturate was a word, but I didn't know satulate, like SATULATE. That I looked up that definition, and it's only in Urban Dictionary. It means to bring satisfaction to one's life or situation. So this is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction. These people that are copying you, they copy you because they don't know who they are, right? They don't know who they are. They're not satisfied with who they are. And you, because if you're not satisfied, what do? You be still. You go within stillness, right? I've been holding this for myself. This is something that they led me to pull. I have like these prayer cards, and I pulled this yesterday. Something told me like, hey, go pull one of those cards. I pulled that, and then it's funny. I've been having this by my little altar when I do my readings. And I spent a little extra time in meditation today, and all of this came out. So yeah, definitely this stillness, once you go within this, you're going to have, when you come out of this, you're going to have a like some sort of satisfaction that's completely new that you've never felt with your own life or your own situation, because you're going to see it differently. Then the last few things that I saw, okay, I saw purple rays coming in and out of my head, okay, with my crown chakra. You're experiencing a lot of crown chakra activations. I also feel as though there's sacral chakra activations as well, okay, in terms of your creativity. This is going to boost a lot of your creativity. If you've been feeling creatively blocked or intuitively blocked, go within, follow the spirit animal of the anteater, and go within that period of solitude, and that's going to be, it's going to explode with creativity when you come out. Okay, this is also indicative of the purple ray, and the purple ray represents mercy and transformation. Okay, so because, see, you're experiencing divine mercy. So whoever these fucking haters are who were trying to say like, oh, all of a sudden you're spiritual, all of a sudden you think you're of the divine, did you not forget what you did to so and so? Did you not forget how you stole a tricycle in the 3rd grade, motherfucker? I don't know who's riding tricycles in the 3rd grade, but that's my point. These people here, they are not understanding that you have tapped into the purple ray, right? You're getting these crown chakra and sacral chakra activations, and you're transforming because of divine mercy, right? All of that is in the past and done away with. Okay, whatever you believe in, some of you are going to be pressing definitely hard into, like, if you believe in Jesus or like Krishna, if you follow Krishna, whatever you follow, you're going to see things a completely different way. Okay, so essentially what these what these rays are, so there's like purple rays, and then they also have like the 1st ray to the 7th ray. Just depends on if you want to do some research on that. Okay, but these are light waves that are, for each color, they vibrate at different magnetic frequencies, energy frequencies, and they attract angels and light beings that have similar kinds of energy, vibrational frequencies. So some of you might be working with Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, Zadkiel. This is the Archangel of Mercy, and this is someone who helps. This is an archangel that will help you seek forgiveness and help you forgive people that have harmed you, and help you forgive yourself, right? For the ways that you may have harmed others or harmed yourself, and the ways that you were not in your authenticity, maybe for the ways that you were avoiding being on your life path. Okay, this is an angel that will help you learn to choose forgiveness. I feel like that's something that really needs to happen here, despite all the hurt feelings that we may be experiencing as a collective. Then I saw a purple feather headpiece. Okay, I saw a purple feather headpiece, and this is indicative of you stepping into your personal power, which there was several symbols of that, and this is you experiencing personal growth and becoming more spiritually aware, right? Crown chakra activations all over the place. Also, your 3rd eye or brow chakra as well. Okay, you might want to work on cleansing that. This this is another message that came through. If you guys are experiencing like if you're in need of a healing, okay, when you go within, you're going to receive that healing. So if you've been suffering from like a bipolar disorder or other mental disorder, if you've had like something going on with your heart or like a blocked artery, if you've had extremely tense neck pain or fractures, if you've had like head or neck or shoulder pain, you're going to receive a miraculous healing for that. But it's waiting for you there, but you must go into that period of stillness. Okay. Because there's things that are going to shift in your consciousness, and, things happen and healing happens, and, change happens in the spiritual before it happens in the physical, right? So that's going to be important. And then they said the last and final thing they said was rapid release. Okay. And this is like, they showed me like taking a pill, like rapid release, like a extended time release medication that you take the pill at 1 o'clock and the pill is still dissolving and releasing the medication at 8 o'clock p.m. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So what that means is you must continue to regularly integrate this stillness, okay, for the best results. You must repeat this solitude, all right? So it's about finding the balance between the work and it's really balancing your masculine and feminine energies. You guys are being called to step into that feminine energy. Okay. So rapid release. So, and then it's like, you're going to find if you continue to push yourself to where it's like, you're denying the need for solitude. You're denying the call of the anteater, right? The spirit animal anteater. What's going to happen is those headaches are going to come back. The blood or heart artery problem is going to come back. Now, I'm not saying don't go to a doctor. Okay, go to a doctor. If you feel like you need to go see a medical health practitioner, go do that, please. I'm not a doctor. Whatever else I need to say to not be held liable. Okay. But also to make sure that you're safe, because I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, just listen to me and then something happened. But that being said, the more that you take the time to do this is a spiritual medicine for you. Solitude acts as a spiritual medicine for you. If you're giving and giving and giving to other people, and you're working and working, and you're going and going, you have so many balls up in the air, you're actually going to continue to perpetuate that cycle of stagnation, right? And you're going to be stepping out of your personal power. So yes, personal power helps you act, and it helps you move, and it helps you take control of things, right? But you must allow yourself to be led and to lay down in green pastures, Psalm 23, right? And to be led by the still waters, right? So that's what I have for you guys. That's what I got out of all of these scribbles here, okay, this morning. So thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, drop a like if this resonated with you, or if you feel like you could share this video with someone else who might benefit from it, definitely go ahead and do that if you want. You can also hit the subscribe button to know whenever I go live in the future, or whenever I drop videos in the future. Also, drop a comment. Let me know what you think, if this resonated with you. Or if you guys like this, I can do more of these, because I do like to integrate meditation daily. So I get lots of downloads, but I don't always share them. So let me know if you like this, and I'll share them more often if this kind of stuff helps you guys. All right. So many blessings to you. Until next time. Bye.